We are only days away from the Season 3 finale of Rebels, and what should be the epic confrontation between Thrawn and the Rebel cell located on Atollon. Although at times I wish that Season 3 would give Thrawn more to do, we have seen him slowly and meticulously discover the location of Chopper Base, and the stage is now set for our favorite Chiss Grand Admiral to bring his tactical precision to bear against the Rebels. But will the Battle of Atollon be a triumphant victory for Thrawn, or bring about his demise? Starting with the outcome of the battle, I believe that we're going to see a decidedly and unambiguous victory for Thrawn and the Empire. While I've been of the opinion that Thrawn has been moving too slow throughout Season 3, with too many gambits and too much waiting, what we can't argue with is that Thrawn has perfectly and systematically prepared for Zero Hour and his attack on Chopper Base. One of the best aspects of the season is the fact that Rebels has borrowed from Thrawn's tactic within Legends to include the study of his opponent's history, philosophy, and art as part of his preparations. The episode, Through Imperial Eyes, perfectly encapsulated this tactic, as in identifying Agent Kallus as the Rebel spy Fulcrum to Yularen, Thrawn demonstrated that he can recognize and piece together the truth of a situation merely through the colors, aesthetics, and representations of Sabine's art. This is no small detail, as it clearly demonstrates that Thrawn has done his homework on Phoenix Squadron, wherein he doesn't just understand their battle tactics, but has learned about them individually through their personal histories and artistic expressions. Given that Yularen couldn't even comprehend that Kallus could be Fulcrum, Thrawn has been shown to be multiple steps ahead of everyone, and it's this preparation that sets him apart from every other Grand Admiral within the Empire. This preparation, together with the fact that Thrawn has the ability to make use of his knowledge that Kallus is Fulcrum, and that he can make the first move against Chopper Base in the Battle of Atollon, should propel Thrawn to a crushing victory. This would also make sense, given that we're still 2 years away from the events depicted in Rogue One within the timeline. And after what has seemed like a season's worth of Rebel victories, a Thrawn and Empire victory would inject some much-needed risk for Phoenix Squadron and the rest of the emerging rebellion. Doing so would not only make the rebellion victories in the Battle of Scarif and the Battle of Yavin more meaningful, but would also raise the stakes for Phoenix Squadron in subsequent seasons of Rebels. Therefore, a fully prepared Thrawn against a still emerging rebellion should create the elements leading to a clear Imperial victory. Now, let's discuss an even more important question as we approach Zero Hour. Will Thrawn die? Since the beginning of Season 3, I've been fairly firm in suggesting that Thrawn will survive the season. The fact that Thrawn's role has been rather small compared to what I was expecting, I'm even firmer in believing that we will see Thrawn live past Season 3. Killing off such an awesome character wouldn't make much sense at this point, given that there's still so much more potential. But there is a reality to the situation that does need to be addressed. First, whether or not Thrawn is successful at the Battle of Atollon, another season of him meticulously tracking down Phoenix Squadron might be too much of the same. And second, Thrawn isn't heard from in the era of the original trilogy, or afterwards within the new canon, and there needs to be a good reason why. So if Thrawn does survive at the end of Season 3, what would his future entail? I won't go into too many details in order to avoid spoilers for those still reading Aftermath Empire's End, and we can discuss it in far more detail following Zero Hour, but one possibility that I've really enjoyed exploring is Thrawn being used for his knowledge of the unknown regions to assist with the Emperor's plans regarding his contingency for the Empire. I believe that this would be a very interesting direction for Thrawn, which has been alluded to in recent canon material. It's a perfectly valid direction given Thrawn's origins and knowledge of the unknown regions, but it would also explain the character's absence from subsequent seasons of Rebels and in future canon material. If Zero Hour turns out as I expect it to, which there's no guarantee of considering I was pretty much 100% wrong in regards to the Obi-Wan and Maul duel, I look forward to exploring this idea further after the season. But I am confident that Thrawn will emerge victorious and survive the Season 3 finale. I am very much looking forward to it, as everything is pointing to the fact that the episode will show an epic space battle and ground assault, full of Death Troopers, Mandalorians, and even a Mon Mothma sighting, along with other high-ranking rebellion leaders. But most importantly, there'll be Thrawn, and the culmination of his plans that have been a season in the making. I can't wait to hear everyone's predictions and reactions to what I believe will be Thrawn's finest hour in the new canon.